Denmark. This little country sandwiched between the Baltic Sea and the North Sea, with only 6 million inhabitants, sits right on the top of Germany and is a beautiful holiday destination for many people, while also having an incredible coastline of 7,300 kilometers. Welcome to Circumnavigating Denmark, where I'm only allowed to be as much as 10 kilometers, 6 miles away from the coast, while I only have a 24-hour time window to complete this challenge. And I'm doing it with my 213,000 kilometer 20-year-old VW Golf 5 with only 75 horsepower, in which I've already driven to 15 different countries. Enjoy! Welcome to the very southwest of Denmark here. I am actually not allowed to be over 10 kilometers away from the water or the coast. Oh my god. This is very beautiful. Of a bit of a, let's say, sub-off-road testing for this car, because it is, oh my god, it is bumpy. Well, we made it to Skagen. Alright, that's the plan. I am driving now back home. 5.5 hours, and that's the plan. I attempted to circumnavigate Denmark, but I couldn't do it because I started too late. I mean, as you might saw in the last episode, well, I started at 6:30, which was too late. I should have started like at least 1 hour before, because the ferry I wanted to take from Aarhus to Odden in Zealand does take, well, you need to be there 30 minutes before it departs. Well, I don't have these 30 minutes. I would arrive, actually not even when it would depart, I would arrive like 10 minutes past the last available time. And therefore I am defeated. The car has done it basically halfway. We are right now in Skagen. I think I will vlog this way back home right now. And yeah, I mean, it's basically another road trip vlog, but still in a series attempting to circumnavigate Denmark. Now, I really have to say I underestimated the living hell out of it, because it is way more intense. I am now already, quite, nice Audi, quite, done for the day, basically, because I woke up at 4 a.m. and I had like 2 hours of sleep. And yeah, therefore it's defeated. But trust me, I will do it again. I will do it again. I will attempt it again with this car. And yeah, wow, it's absolutely insane. We have right now like a 5.5 hour drive back home, but I still haven't eaten anything today, so I first need to drive into the city of Skagen, where I will then, find some typical Danish Franz hot dogs. But what's the saying? Basically, when you lose, you learn, and this was definitely a big learning. And trust me, when I will attempt this the second time, I will do it. I will do it, and I will achieve it. Oh my god. This was still an insane journey. It still is an insane journey, because I'm still 4.5 hours back home. But I can't do it logistically, basically. And therefore, I am defeated. Alright, off we go. Oh my, now, I am honest, I am a bit pissed at myself, because, but I already started at 6:30, and in order to get to the spot where I started, because I wanted to start it at the very southwest of Denmark, I had to leave Hamburg extremely early, like at 4 a.m. And it took me 2.5 hours to get there. And yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, now I'm pissed, but it's still a learning. But now I have basically more content because I can do it again at some point, but I won't do it immediately. I need to figure out a better plan, and I need to figure it out, you know, a good plan, because let's be honest, I mean, it would have probably be good if I start like 1 hour earlier, because this 1 hour would have given me the time I needed, or maybe 2 hours earlier, but then it is not like, then it's 4:30 a.m. But yeah, I mean, I need to do it like 1 or 2 hours earlier, and then it would be fine, I think. But even then, it would be even then a very, very, very big time crunch, because the route I set myself contains basically 5 ferry crossings. Now we took already one, and we already missed the second one. So not very good in the slightest, basically. And yeah, gosh, like I'm so pissed at myself, but I am still relieved, because it was really stressful, and I unfortunately had only time today to do it. But my god, oh, but I mean, we still have a lot of kilometers, 5.5 hours, like nearly 600 kilometers back home, but the car held up perfectly. It's a lovely day, 22.5 degrees Celsius. But yeah, I really need to eat like something, because I haven't eaten all day, only 1 banana this morning at 4. And that was basically it. And I mean, Skagen is a very beautiful city as well. I really have to say it. Skagen is a really beautiful city or town. And I just want to eat something. I mean, there are so many nationalities here, like Brits, Spanish people, Portuguese, Dutch, Belgium. But yes. Oh my god. Let me find a parking space, and then... Can I park here? I think I can park here. What the f is this? Is this private parking? Alright, I just noticed that I need to actually change my parking space, but now you can see this very, very funky Citroen. I have absolutely no idea what this is, but it's a really nice color, kind of a smart green, emerald green. It is actually from France, so it's actually quite a long way away from home, but this is really, really nice. Oh, it's the GS1220. Ah, nice. I saw a Citroen GS, I think, on AutoAlex, or was it BX? I don't know. But I mean, this looks really, really nice. Citroen GS, nice. Right, the mandatory Franz hot dog, a typical Danish food in a typical Danish cuisine, is now bought. It is absolutely delicious. I haven't eaten all day, as already said, and yeah, I will eat this now, and then we will head back home. The 5.5 hours. Well. Well, I just filled the car up, and I have now a 4 hour and 43 minutes back home, which is actually less than I expected, to be quite honest. But hey, pleasant surprise. At least one surprise. It's good today. But yeah, off we go. And yeah, we'll arrive back at home in Hamburg at 8:30, which is okay. So yeah, I think I will, I bought myself now some drinks because I also need to drink. I ate the hot dog, the Franz hot dog, and yeah, and now I am driving back home. I think I will see you somewhere on the road, given I can actually now use the main motorway. Well, some 20 minutes later, and well, you are joining me right now on the Route 597, I think it's called. And yeah, this is basically the one road up and one road down from Skagen. And yeah, 30 kilometers, and then we're still on the Route 597, but shortly after that there will be like a, I would say, pre-highway. It's the E58, I think, and or E35, I don't know, some kind of road, but it's kind of a highway. I mean, there are 2 lanes on either side, so you can actually like overtake and make some time good. Yeah, as I already said, 4 hours 22 minutes to go, and yes, I mean, I am still a bit pissed because, let's be honest, the whole point was, okay, can you actually do it in 24 hours? And I still think that you can circumnavigate Denmark in 24 hours, but you need to start at like 2-3 a.m. or maybe, I mean, at very least like 4 a.m. but not later. Definitely not later, because then you're actually effed with all of the ferries that you need to take in order to really circumnavigate Denmark. And I mean, just this one fail is basically gave me basically a huge learning curve, because I just have to miss one single ferry and then I'm effed. Then is the whole plan just thrashed or trashed. It is everything so tied together to actually fit it in the 24-hour window, and you could theoretically do it, but then you need to start like 2-3 a.m. and I will do it, trust me. Oh nice. Trust me, I will do it. I will do it with this car, just not now. Give it a few months, maybe a year time, but I will do it again. And maybe I will do in the meantime maybe a smaller country like Netherlands or Belgium. I think they are smaller. Maybe I just start like with Luxembourg, but obviously Luxembourg has no coast, so I need to be, maybe I will do it, I can't cross the border, but I need to be always like within like 1 or 2 kilometers off the border to like Germany or France. And yeah, we will see, but this format, circumnavigation, has potential. It really has potential. And yeah, I will use now the remaining 4 hours 18 minutes to kind of brainstorm, to reflect on what I've done basically wrong. But yeah, when you visit Denmark, take like 2, 3, 4 days to explore the entire country. 4 days is basically enough if you are by car, if you travel with a car. And yeah, other than that, 4 hours 50 minutes to go, and I will see you somewhere further down the road. Right, welcome on the E45. No, welcome welcome on the E39 highway, which means I can actually now, let the car breathe a little bit and we can make up some good time, even though, I am now a bit more chilled given I have no time stress anymore, but I still want to get back home. I mean, the currently arrival time is 20:26. Right, sometime later. We have now only 2 hours and 53 minutes to go, 282 kilometers. My estimated arrival time is now at 8:15 p.m. So it went down a little bit. And yeah, we are now 55 kilometers away from Aarhus. And yeah, I don't know what I say. I am quite happy. I'm still a bit pissed because, I don't know. But I made my mind up. The next time I will do the challenge, and trust me, I will do the challenge again. I will start at like 3 or 4 a.m. So, it's just dusk. So you can see maybe a little bit of the video. But yeah, that's basically it. I start a lot earlier than today, and then it should be all good. But it was nonetheless a very, very amazing challenge, even though, yes, the challenge defeated me as SOAutomotive 0, challenge 1, 30 minutes later, and right in front of me is a Fisker Ocean. Now, I know that the Fisker company is bankrupt, or well, basically bankrupt. They do still exist, but a Fisker Ocean and the number plate, which is really, really cool. The number plate, because the Danish people can also have custom number plates for their cars, and this Fisker Ocean has as a number plate Ocean, which is so cool. I wish we had that in Germany, or maybe like the same system as in the UK, but yeah, unfortunately we do not have this. But oh my god, that's a really, really fun number plate. Right, update, we have now only just under 2 hours to go, and yeah, it was actually really, really smooth sailing, and I can't complain. The car is great. I am still a bit pissed that it hadn't worked out, but it is what it is. As already said, I plan on the second attempt for the challenge, I try to basically start a bit earlier, just to be prepared. So yeah, so we have a bit more time, but we are nearly in Kolding. We are only 30 kilometers away from Kolding, and yeah, that's basically it. 24 degrees Celsius. The car is running absolutely fine. The car is now 214,700 kilometers on the clock, so nearly 215,000 kilometers. We won't be hitting them today. It will probably happen in the next couple of days, depends on when I drive this car again. Because, I mean, let's be honest, this was basically, when I returned home, a 16-hour driving day. 16 hours basically non-stop driving with like minimal, you know, rest stops in between of like maximum 5 minutes, if that, and the car runs flawlessly. And I am actually surprised that this challenge was failed because of the reliability of this car, but instead because of my stupidness and, well, just unlucky timing. I guess we can call it that. Right, another update. We are now on the E4, which basically evolves into the A7 in Germany. So this is the last road we need to drive here in Denmark. And then is the failed attempt to circumnavigate Denmark basically complete. And yeah, I don't know what I think of that, but yeah, we have now only like 40-50 kilometers to go until we are in Flensburg, which is the northernmost city in Germany, right at the border to Denmark. And yeah, I guess we have now only like 50-40 kilometers to go, somewhere in that ballpark. And then we are on the A7, and I think I will see you right there, or maybe at the border between Denmark and Germany. Alright, another update, and on a funny note, I've just crossed the 1,000 kilometers. Like literally, it's now 1,001 kilometer. So we've driven in let me think, 13 hours so far. Yeah, 1,000 kilometers, which is really quite extreme. But yeah, we are now only 19 kilometers away. Right, we are now only 1 kilometer away from the border to Germany and Denmark. And yeah, we've driven so far 1,019 kilometers, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, only 600 meters, and then we are in good old Germany, where we have the de-restricted Autobahn, which we always like. But probably at this time of day, it's now 20 past 7 p.m. It is probably a bit, you know, populated, let's say. And here we are back in Germany. Yeah, that's basically it. And we are back in Germany. What? I mean, it was a disappointing trip because I unfortunately haven't completed the task that I wanted to complete, naming the basically, you know, circumnavigating the entirety of the country of Denmark. It hasn't worked out due to bad timing of my side. The car has held up flawlessly, as I mean, case in point, we've driven now over 1,000 kilometers today, just today, which is absolutely insane. And yeah, what can I say? I am a bit pissed that I wasn't really, you know, that my timing was a bit bad, but we will complete it next time. I am very, very, very sure. We got percentage wise, I think, you know, the land we covered was about, like, let's just say 50% of the coastline about. So, and we took just about 10 hours to get there, which is insane, but we took around like 10 hours, 9 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. And yeah, what should I say? It was an amazing trip. The car held up perfectly. I hope you like this little mini series. It wasn't as big as, for example, you know, a chapter of driving to every single country in the European Union with this car. For example, the Ireland road trip, which was like a total 7 videos. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this little mini series, and I hope I'll see you next one. Alright. Peace.